Hello teachers, I want to thank you so much for purchasing the 3.1 Book Club. This unit has been a long time coming. It is a unit that reviews foundational skills for your third graders. You will teach it alongside the Read Aloud unit Poppy, and it will prepare students for the chapter book reading that they will be doing independently during the 3.2 Book Club. This unit will review foundational skills of phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and reading comprehension. It is unlike any of the other book club units in the program, and so therefore this is going to be a short tutorial that will walk you through how to use the daily lesson routines and the strategies for working with your readers. Before we get started with the tutorial, let's go ahead and unbox your 3.1 Book Club bundle and see what all the pieces are that you should have received. So first is our 3.1 Book Club teacher set. This set comes with the teacher's guide and one copy of each of the student books for the teacher. The unit guide has 30 days worth of lessons, all fully scripted for you. The Book Club books are short nonfiction sticker books. These books will introduce students to the animals showcased in the Poppy series by Avi. Each student will read each of these books. So all students are going to be matched to these nonfiction books in the book club time. These books are consumables. Students will write in the books, they will attach illustration stickers to each page, and they will take the books home at the end of the unit for their own at-home reading. The next set of materials for teachers are the sound posters, sound cards, and word cards. These are meant to be used throughout the lessons. The posters can be hung on the wall. The sound cards are going to be a small version of the sound poster that you can use when working one-on-one or in small groups with students. What I love about these sound cards is you have the poster on the front, and then you have the chant and motion that you'll be teaching students to help them learn and practice these sounds. Word cards are going to provide a word store of words students will utilize throughout the units as they decode multisyllabic words. Teachers, you will need a large pocket chart for displaying these words in the lessons. I suggest one with 6 rows and at least 28 inches wide. The last set you should have received are our phonics games. You're going to have different games that students are going to be practicing depending on where they are in the unit. When they're at the beginning of the unit and reading the book Backyard Animals, they're going to be reviewing the 6 syllable types. And one of the games that they will then play is our sequence games. There are 4 games. They're printed double-sided. So game 1 is your red board game. Game 2 is the green on the back. The cards are also printed double-sided with game 1 red on the front, game 2 green on the back. When they're in the second book, Nocturnal Animals, they will be learning ing and ed endings. The game students will practice is Go Fish. There are 4 Go Fish games that will come in your kit. In the last book, Forest Animals, students are going to be learning other common suffixes. They will play the game Dots and Boxes. This is both included in your kit and also available as a Blackline Master. Now let's take a look at how the lessons play out across the curriculum. You will see that the days alternate between word study days, when students are practicing breaking words into syllables using whiteboards, and then practicing reading multisyllabic words as they play phonics games. The other days will be reading days where they practice fluency and comprehension using the nonfiction books and the nonfiction book report. We're going to take a look at day 1, which will be a word study day. Word study days are going to follow this curriculum pattern. It will begin with connecting what they learned yesterday to what they're learning today. It'll move into reviewing something that they learned the day before. Then it will move into the teach. They're going to be learning 6-syllable types as well as suffixes, guiding using whiteboards, and practicing using the games. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the day 1 lesson is going to look like. This lesson is going to focus on teaching closed syllables. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to read multisyllabic words. We're going to be using words that we're going to see come up in our nonfiction books, Backyard Animals, Nocturnal Creatures, and Forest Animals. We're going to be learning 6-syllable types. Today I'm going to teach you how to read closed syllables. I'm also going to be teaching you how to read words with the ng sound. Let's start with our short vowels. Short vowel A. I'm going to teach you the chant and the motion to go with short vowel A. A as in apple, a, a, a. As I say the a sound, I pretend to eat an apple. Let's try it together. A as in apple, a, a, a. We're going to learn 2 words that have the a sound. At and. Notice how the T closes the syllable. Notice how ND closes the syllable. And that's why these words make the short A sound. A. Short vowel E. E as in edge. As I say the sound, I'm going to be rubbing my hand over the edge of my other hand. Let's try it. E as in edge. As in let and 10. Notice how the consonants close the syllable, making the vowel sound short. Let 10. Short vowel I. I as in itch. I. And as I say the I sound, I'm going to scratch my arm. Let's try it together. I as in itch. I. It and miss. Notice how the consonant closes the syllable. It, miss. O as in octopus. Ah. My motion is I'm putting my hands together and wiggling the tentacles of the octopus. Let's try it together. O as in octopus. Ah. And our words are going to be on and got. Notice how the consonant closes the syllable, making them short. Our last one is U. U as in up. So I point my finger up to the sky as I say the sound. Let's try it. U as in up. And my words are up and run. Notice how the consonant closes the syllable. Up, run. Now we are going to practice making silly 2-syllable words using the words from our pocket chart. A silly word is a word that has no meaning. Silly words are useful for practicing our phonics skill. I'm going to take the word 10 from our pocket chart. 10. I'm going to take the word run from our pocket chart. Run. When I put those 2 syllables together, I get a 2-syllable silly word. What is the word? 10 run. Let's continue practicing. What's this word? Miss. What's this word? Up. When we put it together, we make a silly two-syllable word. What is the word? Miss up. Now we're going to practice dividing words into syllables. I'm going to use my whiteboard to model. You are going to have your small whiteboards in your lap and you're going to follow along with me. Write the word got. Change a letter so the word says bought. Change a letter so the word says Bob. Next to the word Bob, write the word at. What does this silly word say? Bob at. Add a letter so that the word says bobcat. How many vowel sounds are in the word bobcat? 2. Mark the vowel sounds with a dot. How many syllables are in the word bobcat? 2. Divide the syllables with a vertical line. Extend the line below the word. Point to the first syllable. The word got helps us read the first syllable. Write the word got below syllable 1. If this word is got, then this word is Bob. Point to the second syllable. The word at helps us read the second syllable. If this word is at, the second syllable is cat. What is the silly word? Got at. What is the word? Bobcat. A bobcat is a wild animal of the cat family. Write the word at. Add a letter so the word says rat. Change a letter so the word says rad. Change a letter so that the silly word says rab. Next to the silly word rab, write the word bit. What does the word say? Rabbit. How many vowel sounds are in the word rabbit? 2. Mark the vowel sounds with a dot. How many syllables are in the word rabbit? 2. Divide the syllables with a vertical line. Extend the line below the word. Point to the first syllable. The word at helps us read the first syllable. If this word is at, then this word is rab. Point to the second syllable. The word it helps us read the second syllable. If this is it, then the second syllable is bit. What is the silly word? At it. What is the word? Rabbit. A rabbit is a small, furry animal with long ears.
Backpack. Farmer. I have smelling. Do you have smell?
Yes, I do.
Skillful. Skillful. Careful. It's careful. Careful. Not to X.
Now let's take a look at what the fluency and comprehension days across the unit will look like. They will follow a slightly different lesson format. Your lesson will begin with the connect, connecting yesterday's learning to today's learning. Then you will move into your teach. This is where you will be teaching the fluency and comprehension skill. Next, you will model. You will go ahead and go into the text, reading aloud with your students a small portion of the quadrant, practicing the skill and strategy together. Next will be the guided practice. This is when students will return to their seats to work with a partner. They will dyad read the book and complete their nonfiction book report. Finally, you will bring students back to the carpet for the share out time. This is when you will discuss what happened in the book that day, and you will also share unknown words that students encountered in the text. You will help them take those words and break them into syllables using the whiteboards. Let's go ahead and see the components of this as they play out in the lessons. Today I'm going to teach you that good readers read at an appropriate rate. Good readers don't read too fast, and good readers don't read too slow. They read at a pace that feels just right. Good readers pause at the end of meaningful units. Today we're going to practice pausing at appropriate places in the text. We're going to pause at ending punctuation. Let's mark ending punctuation with a double backslash. The opossum is North America's only marsupial, an animal that carries its young in a pouch, period. The opossum baby spends about 2 months nursing and another month clutching its mother's back, climbing in and out of the pouch to avoid danger, period. When an adult possum is frightened, it appears to drop down dead, known as playing possum, period. Nocturnal, they eat fruit, eggs, insects, small animals, and birds, period. When we get to the double backslash, we know that we're going to take a full pause. Good readers take a partial pause at internal punctuation. Today we're going to be practicing taking a partial pause at commas. We are going to mark internal punctuation with a single backslash. The opossum is North America's only marsupial, comma, an animal that carries its young in a pouch. The opossum baby spends about 2 months nursing and another month clutching its mother's back, comma, climbing in and out of the pouch to avoid danger. When an adult possum is frightened, comma, it appears to drop down dead, comma, known as playing possum. Nocturnal, comma, they eat fruit, comma, eggs, comma, insects, comma, small mammals, comma, and birds. Good readers take a partial pause before the word and when it is found in the middle of a sentence. We are going to mark in front of the word and with a single backslash. The opossum is North America's only marsupial, an animal that carries its young in a pouch. The opossum baby spends about 2 months nursing and another month clutching its mother's back, climbing in and out of the pouch to avoid danger, When an adult opossum is frightened, it appears to drop down dead, known as playing possum. Nocturnal, they eat fruit, eggs, insects, small mammals, and birds. All right, open up your Backyard Animals books to page 1 about the opossum and follow along with me as I read, okay? So you're just going to read silently in your head as I read and pay attention to the places where I pause as I read. So I'm going to take a partial pause when I get to a comma. I'm going to take a full pause when I get to ending punctuation. Opossum. The opossum is North America's only marsupial, an animal that carries its young in a pouch. The opossum baby spends about 2 months nursing and another month clutching its mother's back, climbing in and out of the pouch to avoid danger. When an adult opossum is frightened, it appears to drop down dead, known as playing possum. Nocturnal, they eat fruit, eggs, insects, small mammals, and birds. So now we are going to read this together using a method called dyad reading. And you're going to hold the book, follow along with your finger, and read out loud with me, okay? Try to keep the same pace that I'm using as I read, all right? So fingers on the page. The opossum is North America's only marsupial, an animal that carries its young in a pouch. The opossum baby spends about 2 months nursing and another month clutching its mother's back, climbing in and out of the pouch to avoid danger. When an adult opossum is frightened, it appears to drop down dead, known as playing possum. Nocturnal, they eat fruit, eggs, insects, small mammals, and birds. Nice job, readers.
The opossum is North America's only marsupial, an animal that carries its young in a pouch. The opossum baby spends about 2 months nursing and another month clutching its mother's back, climbing in and out of the pouch to avoid danger. When an adult possum is frightened, it appears to drop down dead, known as playing possum. Nocturnally, they eat fruit, eggs, insects, small mammals, and birds.
We encountered an unknown word in our book today. Please write this word on your whiteboards. How many vowel sounds are in the word? 3. Mark the vowels with a dot. How many syllables are in the word? 3. Divide the syllables with a vertical line. Bring the first vowel sound down. Bring the consonants down. Notice how the consonant closes the syllable. What does the vowel say? Ah. What's the first syllable? Ow. Bring the second vowel sound down. Bring the consonant down. Notice how the vowel stays open. That means the vowel will say its name. I. The syllable is pronounced by. Bring the last vowel sound down. Bring the consonant down. Notice how the vowel stays open. That means the vowel will say its name, O. The third syllable says no. What's the word? Albino. Albino. An albino is a person or animal having an absence of pigment in the skin, hair, and eyes, making them white or pink. Thank you for joining me today for this training. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us. You can email us, chat with us, call us, or request a web call at readsidebyside.com.